So I've made a video for my fellow batsmen on how to destroy spin. So I'm making a video for you spinners on how you can fight back. As a batsman, you can feel the difference between a good spinner and a great spinner. A good spinner can spin the ball, he might even have some variations. But the second you can read variations from the hand, good spinners are figured out. When you face a great spinner, it just feels completely different. Even if they're just spinning it one way, it feels like the ball almost gathers energy off the pitch. It comes on faster, it bounces more. And then for some reason, it's harder to judge the line and length, even if you know exactly what they're doing. And the reason they're able to do this is because they don't just use spin and variations, they utilize drift and dip, and through that, extra bounce. The secret ingredient to master these three is topspin. Now, the first of these is drift, which you need to understand to become a good spinner and to understand how topspin works. Drift is sideways movement, like swing, but not because of the shine, it's because the ball is spinning. And it's because of the Magnus effect, which, if you forget the physics, but long story short, it makes the ball move the opposite direction of where it's spinning. So, for example, if you bowl off spin, which bounces and comes in, the ball will drift away. When if you bowl leg spin, which bounces and goes out, it'll drift in. Now, drift is good because it allows you to test the batsman's judgment of line. But because of the Magnus effect, that means the second the ball is spinning, you're getting drift. So every spinner gets it. Now, how can you use the Magnus effect to get dip? That's very simple actually. What if you spin the ball forward? The ball is spinning forward. Which way is it going to drift? It's got to drift back, right? And what does this actually look like? Well, the ball basically drops shorter than where you'd expect it to. The ball dips, basically. So if this is a straight ball, right? If you add topspin to the ball, it's actually going to go the same line initially, and it's going to drop a little bit shorter. Now, topspin is good because it allows you to get dip, which allows you to test a batsman's judgment of length. Think about it. As a batsman, you think the ball is going to bounce here, so you go forward, but it bounces further away. And if you watch my last video on how to destroy spin, that means you haven't reached the pitch of the ball. And the worst place to play a ball is from in between. You either want to be fully forward or fully back. So if you put topspin on the ball, it makes the ball drop shorter of where it's supposed to be. Now, here's how you can use dip to get extra bounce. Now, as a fast bowler, you can get extra bounce by putting more energy into the ball. But as a spinner, you can't just bowl faster, because if you bowl faster, the ball is going to spin less. It has less time to grip the surface. So the only way you can get more bounce is to actually throw the ball higher. Because think about it, the higher the ball starts off, the higher it has to bounce after, right? But here's the problem. If you just throw the ball higher, right, it's going to end up being a full toss. So how can you get extra bounce then? This is where you utilize topspin to make the ball actually bounce while throwing it higher. And look at something like this. And then the best part is because of topspin, the ball also moves off the surface faster. And then because you're able to throw it higher, the ball is actually bouncing more. So because of topspin, you're able to not just get dip, you're able to get extra bounce off the surface. So then you can imagine as a batsman, not only is the ball dropping shorter than where you expect it to, even if you get to the pitch of the ball is actually bouncing more. So it'll hit higher on the bat than where you expect it to. And this is where you can get a miss hit. And you as a bowler can get a wicket. This is how you see great spinners toss it up so high and still have it bounce. It almost feels like their bowling has more energy, and that's because it does. Topspin allows them to do this. Now as a bowler, you can actually implement this by trying to get the best of both worlds. Don't just spin it sideways or just add topspin. Actually spin at a 45-degree angle. Now if you're an off spinner, it'll be a 45-degree angle this way. And what that will allow you to do is it'll allow you to get both drift and dip. So the ball will actually try and move this way, and what ends up happening is it drifts a little bit this way and it dips a little bit that way. And one of the best bowlers who does this is Nathan Lyon. Really watch his bowling. And with this, you'll beat the batsman not just through line, but also length. And then after it has bounced, through spin and extra bounce. And this is what separates a good spinner versus a great spinner.